I always heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the artist on Death Row was jealous of Tupac.
Any artist, not only was they jealous of Tupac, some of them participated in the dark on a in the some of them participated in the dark on a in the downfall of Tupac. If you listen to those interviews, they tell it on themselves. If you listen to those interviews, it's a recording. If I was a real asshole, well, the asshole I used to be, Snoop no. This recording is so deep. If that was out, he might as well put handcuffs on himself. Because the things he said about Tupac, you would know. But jealousy is worse than hate. When a person hates you, they just hate you. When a person is jealous of you, they can never sleep or rest. All those artists was jealous of Tupac. Tupac was Death Row. If Tupac would be here today, Tupac would have been the person running Death Row. If Tupac was here, you know, Tupac wanted to sign Aaliyah. I took Tupac to go see Gladys Knight. Aaliyah performed. He loved Gladys Knight performance, and he loved Aaliyah performance. So Tupac was a businessman, a loyal brother, a loyal friend, and you always can depend on him. So if Tupac wanted to leave Death Row, said, I would embrace him, gave him a hug, and let him left Death Row. Tupac didn't want to go nowhere. But there's a lot of people that Tupac wasn't fucking with. He wrote letters to him. And he signed his name. He never said one to me. He never said one to Death Row. Only person,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
only person lost by Tupac not being here is me. Everyone else benefited. Tupac's mother became Tupac. She was making the money that Tupac would have been getting. The outlaws, and all the outlaws didn't know Tupac and was hanging with Tupac. So there's so many outlaws, you don't know which is which. But they benefit by saying they really part of Tupac. They even get other people who never met Tupac lying and saying that he stayed with Tupac. Lawyers benefited when Tupac passed away. Interscope benefited when Tupac passed away. Secretaries benefited when Tupac passed away. Only person's life got worse when Tupac passed away was mine. They sent me to prison. They took my freedom. If I was Pepsi Cola and a white man, I would still have my company. If I'm a black man, I didn't do not one thing to lose my company. Not only did I not do one thing to lose my company, they stole stuff from my company and purposely I went to these people and said, look, they're going to throw this judgment out against me. Number one, they filed for bankruptcy in '95 and didn't mention that to have any ownerships in death row. Matter of fact, when Lydia Harris, and the judge asked Lydia Harris, do she have anything with death row? Do she have a partner? She said, yeah, my partner is the attorney. And she said, David. So she had half of the judgment, and he had half of the judgment. And he was my lawyer, and he was her lawyer, and she filed for bankruptcy, and he filed for bankruptcy. And neither one of them was able to say they had anything to do with my company because they didn't mention it on their bankruptcy. And they had trustees. The average person would put them in, you can go to prison for that. But they didn't. Also, if you got a car worth $1 million, or a car, you got something, you just say a Rolls Royce, they're worth $500,000, brand new, and you can't sell that car for $5,000. Reason why they sold death row so cheap, even though I had a buyer want to give 500 million, 700 million, they sold death row so cheap because they didn't want to pay me. Because after all this is done, I did a Chapter 11. After all was said and done, paying the creditors, all the other money comes to me. One of the reasons why they tried to kill me more than once is behind the money. I'm in prison right now. And the people who pulled guns on me, which is the proof, and tried to kill me, they got checks from Andre Young. Not from his business account, not from the movie people, not from the production company, who these guys were getting $150 a day. They got $20,000 and more checks. And when they got these checks, these men, who was rapists and weirdos, said he gave them the money to kill me. When they gave Bone immunity and he walked out the chambers with the judge, I said, oh, he going to tell the truth and let me go. Because wherever we got to finish up, I don't got to say nothing about him, I don't got to say nothing to me, we holler another day. Instead, they didn't let me put on a defense. I had a paid attorney. The judge tell my paid attorney, I never had a public defender in my whole career of crime. Well, so they say a crime, or getting in trouble. And I had a paid attorney. The judge tells my paid attorney, I don't think you've been practicing long enough to represent Mr. Knight. He said,
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I'm going to get rid of you, fire you, and give Mr. Knight, attorney I've been knowing 40 years, that's a public pretender that worked for us. And that dump truck never let me go to trial, never did anything. It made me take a deal. Then I had a civil case, and they got the proof that the person handed the next man a gun, and the man who had the gun told him, I can tell you what type of gun it is. Just the gun he gave me, I put it in my back waistband and pulled a shirt over, and it shows in the video. They both let me go. But, once again, I'm a black man. So I got to fight for everything. That's where we at. Any other questions?
Yeah, I want to back up to the comments you made about Aaliyah, because I never knew Tupac and Aaliyah knew each other. So Pac, he was a big fan of hers.
Yeah, we had a thing that I used to listen to oldies and Pac used to listen to rap. And he didn't like oldies. So I said, man, I got to show you what oldies about. So I took Tupac to go see Gladys Knight perform in Loserville. Loserville is Vegas. So when she was performing, she brought out her niece by marriage. And Aaliyah started singing. And Tupac said, don't get up, don't get up. I said, why? He said, because Gladys Knight know you. You're going to speak to Gladys Knight. Then you're going to talk to the little girl singing. The next thing you know, you're going to be doing an album on her. He said, I'm going to go talk to her. You come later on because I want to do an album on Aaliyah. He didn't know her name. So Pac was so excited. I'm talking about, I ain't never seen that little motherfucker so happy. He wasn't thinking about signing nobody else. That's the person he said out of all the girls and women he ever seen, he thought she was the biggest star and had the best voice ever. So I figured if things would have happened the way it happened, Pac would have been doing an album on Aaliyah. Me and that dude spent hours and hours and days together. Me personally, I never seen him get so excited about no female artist. No, not even. I never even seen Pac even talking to a female artist or do anything with female artist. He talked to Storm for a minute, and he might have spoke to some of the girls for a minute, but I never seen him pretty much lose his mind. He lost his mind over there. He talked about her days and days. I got tired of hearing him talking about that little girl. He said, man, I got this song I want to do with her. I'm going to do this song on her. I'm going to do that song on her. He was super, super, super excited. That's would have been a beautiful thing. That was one of the most things I ever seen Pac get excited about, was being able to do something with Aaliyah.